Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Hedman. I am coming to you live from my classroom in Rescue, California. I live in Placerville, California, which is a little further east of here. And, I'm coming to you during my lunch break because this is when I do a lot of reading and a lot of preparatory work for our discussions and our journals and everything. So, this is a natural time for me to be recording our discussion this week. So I wanted to share one of my favorite parts of history that we've learned through our classes, and that is of the Nauvoo Expositor. Um, Quick, funny side note: my wife and I bought the Placerville Community of Christ congregation. It was closed for 5 years or so before we purchased it, and we have turned it into our home. So it is now a residence, and it's kind of interesting, it being a place that was a place of worship and a place of so much kind of history in and of itself here in Northern California, and now it's our home. So it's kind of a neat place for us. And when we first moved in, there was a shed in the backyard, and in the shed had a padlock on it. And I called the pastor, who's a good friend of mine, and said, "Hey, what's the combination for the shed?" And he said, "Oh, it's when the church was founded in 1830." So the padlock code was 1830, and I said, "Oh, that's kind of funny. Church was founded in 1830." And so after, that was my context and my understanding. I didn't have much understanding of church history up until then, and so when uh, we've been going through this class, and I've learned about the Nauvoo Expositor and how, June 7th, 1844, our church decided to stand up against what was happening at the time, and all of the really poisonous theology that was going on, and decided to say, what, enough is enough. We're going to reveal Joseph Smith and some of the principles and Doctrine and Covenants that he was coming out with. We're going to reveal him for what is truly going on. I have come to appreciate that as kind of our beginning in our history. And so I think that it's so important for us to know that story and to know of our roots in dissent and our roots in being willing to stand up for what we believe is right, even if it's the least popular thing to do at the time, and at the time even being dangerous, and meant that our livelihoods were in jeopardy at that time. For us to still be willing to do that in our current society, to say, what, we are going to stand up for human rights, we're going to stand up for those that are oppressed and those that are marginalized, even if it's not the most popular thing to do. That is still us, and that is who we are. So learning about that, and the resolve of William Law and those that were with him, I'm just really stymied by it and really thankful for their willingness to say no. This is who we are, and this is what we should believe, and this is our path forward from here on out. We're not going to follow this path. We're going to take ourselves onto a different path. So yeah, that's my story. It's been great being with all of you, and I look forward to our continued work together. See y'all.